Okay, here is the classic and famous fish picture. We have this picture in our classroom as well so that we can look at it. And if you're going to make a mural, you want to have a sketch of what you want the mural to eventually look like, and then you can grid it out and then put it on the wall, because otherwise you may have like a really strange looking mural if you don't do it to scale. Okay, so they're saying that if we have this drawing 28 inches by 11 inches, and compared to the wall that she's going to put it on, it's going to be every 2 inches will be 3 feet on the wall. So what the book has you doing is finding the unit rate first. So they said take this 1 inch and 3 feet and figure out what, or sorry, 2 inches and 3 feet, and figure out what that would be per inch then. So if you want to figure that out, 2 to 3, and they want to know what 1 inch would be, how many feet is each inch, and then use this unit rate then to multiply everything by. So, so the way that you do the unit rate then is you would divide how many feet per inch. So 3 divided by 2 is 1.5 feet. Okay, remember that the other way to figure out proportions that I was showing you, if you have this missing number, is you multiply across and you divide by the leftover number. Sorry, multiply across and then you divide by the leftover number. So 3 times 1 is across, 3 times 1, and then divide by the leftover number, which is 2, divided by 2 is 1.5. Okay. Then they say, okay, so if you know that 1 inch is 1.5 feet, then how many feet would 11 inches be? Because that's what's on our drawing, is these 11 inches. So they say, aha, we know that to get from 1 to 11, you multiply by 11. So then you're going to have to multiply this by 11 as well. So 1 times 11 is 11. So then what's 1.5 times 11? And that is 16.5. Once again, the way that I like to do it is you multiply across and you divide by the leftover number. So 1.5 times 11 divided by 1. Okay, is 16.5. But I want to show you that even if you don't find the unit rate, that this thing where you set up proportions will work. So let's go back to our original scale. So it said 2 to 3. 2 inches is 3 feet, so 2 inches compared to 3 feet. So let's not worry about this unit rate, and we'll see if we can still figure it out. 2 inches to 3 feet. And then how much is this? This is 28 inches. So I just need to put that in the same spot, all right? So if 2 inches is equal to 3 feet, what would 28 inches be equal to? So multiply across and divide by the leftover number. So 3 times 28 divided by 2 is 42. Oh, look, and that's what they get. They get 42. So this method allows you to skip that intermediate step of finding out what the unit rate is. I can just go ahead and set up my proportion just like that. So now I want to see what this would be up here. It says, find the length and width of the actual room shown in the scale drawing. So the scale drawing is 6.5 inches by 5 inches, 6.5 by 5, and they tell you that that your rule is that for every 3 inches, it's 8 feet. So then it says find the actual room. So here's my drawing. And I want to know, what is the actual room then going to be? Actual room. Okay, I don't know. What would this be and what would this be? So the first thing I'm going to do is set up my little proportion. So I know that for every 3 inches, that's 8 feet. So I'm going to highlight my inches in purple. 6.5 inches and 5 inches. And I'm going to highlight that feet then is going to be green. So we want to know what this one is, and we want to know what this one is. All right. So if 3 feet, let's set up my proportion for this first one. So if 3 inches is 8 feet, then I want to know how many feet is this top one is 6.5 inches. 6.5 inches. Okay, so what would that be? Well, I'm going to multiply across and then divide by the leftover number. This is the fast method. The other method, you have to see like what's the unit rate and then multiply by that. I'm going to do this fast method here. So 8 times 6.5, because that goes across, and then divide by the leftover number, divided by 3 equals 17 1/3. Okay, 17 1/3 feet. And then let's try the same method. 3 inches is to 8 feet, because that's what they gave me. That's what they gave me in the problem, is this 3 inches to 8 feet business. Okay, so then how many would that be for this guy? So this says it's 5 inches. So then 5 inches translates into how many feet? I don't know. So I'm going to have to multiply across 8 times 5 and then divide by the leftover number. 8 times 5. 8 times 5 divided by my leftover number, which is 3. And I get 13 1/3 feet. Okay, so then my new 13 1/3. So the actual room is 17.3 repeating, or 17 1/3 feet by 13 1/3 feet. And then I'm going to go back and say, then find the area of the actual room, round to the nearest 10th. Okay, so that's a lot of steps here. So now I need to find the area of my actual room. I know the area is length times width. So that would be 17.3 repeating times 13.3 repeating. And that is 17.33333 times 13.33333 equals 231.1. And it says to round to the nearest 10th, so that will be 231.1 feet squared, because we're breaking this up into little squares. Okay, I hope that helps.